Wisconsin is broke. People need to understand that. You can keep spending money with no way to replenish it, and expecting the taxpayers to pay more when there is a huge mismatch in the benefits that state employees are receiving already by the taxpayers makes no sense.
What you are saying is ignorant, moronic, and immature. Our state employees are entitled to our benefits, even if it is at the cost of the taxpayers. We bargained for it and won. Go worry about your own benefits.
Oh really? And tell me, if you were the governor, what would you do to balance the budget?
Well, it's not black and white. I'm not sure. I just know that there has got to be a better way.
I understand that things are tough. Take a look at the world over the last few years. Do you really think that the recession hasn't hurt the private sector? Wake up.
I do not care about the private sector. I am protected by my union here in the public sector, and this poor economy hasn't affected us, and I believe that because I am a state employee, the poor economy should not affect me. I am above that, as I am protected by my union. I don't care about taxpayers. They should continue to pay my pension and my health care premiums. I am entitled to that.
What do your senators think about this? Have you contacted them?
Well, you see, they are hard to reach because they are avoiding their jobs and hiding out in Illinois at the moment. This is an attack on democracy.
How so?
Governor Walker is not listening to us. He is like a dictator with his own agenda.
Well, I ask again, if you were in Governor Walker's shoes, how would you be doing things differently?
I don't know. I just know this isn't fair.
So you want Governor Walker to listen to you, yet you have no alternative ideas to offer on how to balance the budget. Did it ever occur to you that we as a nation need to begin to be more socially responsible and be accountable for our decisions? And that our lack of good decision-making and liberalistic policies are handicapping our nation?
I just think that our government needs to figure out how to make our nation more of a utopian nation again. They aren't doing their jobs as usual.
Well, Governor Walker is trying to do his job and make that utopia a reality, but the liberalistic bitching and whining and protests and the delays caused by the senators fleeing to Illinois and the teachers skipping out of school are making it a pipe dream for positive changes to occur. There is no magic wand to eliminate our debt and for everything to be all hunky-dory again. It's going to take work and effort, and most importantly, people need to begin trusting their leadership that they know what they are doing.
But people don't want what Walker is proposing.
Oh really? So have you seen the polls lately on the issue? Over 60% of Wisconsin wants this bill passed.
But why take away our collective bargaining rights? That seems like a dictatorship.
The problem with the collective bargaining is that if people are allowed to continue bargaining their benefits, then it won't be long until the health insurance and pension costs are put back onto the burden of the taxpayers again, because they will be bargained right back to the way it was.
Well, I believe the governor has an ulterior motive behind taking away collective bargaining. Wisconsin is going to end up like Egypt.
You do understand that Egypt is not a democracy, and that is the reason why Mubarak was president for over 30 years. The United States, Wisconsin included, votes for its leaders. And Walker was voted into office, and Walker can easily be voted out of office if the people do not approve of him. But you have to give him a chance to prove that his plan is for the better well-being of our state. Your ignorant judgments and assumptions of Governor Walker are not based on logic, they are based on emotion. And that is very clear to me now that I see you are comparing Wisconsin to a non-democratic society such as Egypt.
I still believe that this is a dictatorship we are seeing. We feel like we are being oppressed. And our voices are not being heard.
Trust me, your voices are being heard. We don't take you for granted. And what you need to understand is that your views and voices are the minority. The majority of the people in Wisconsin want this bill passed, and just because you feel entitled to something doesn't make it right. How would you feel if the public sector employees needed to pay their out-of-pocket money to fund everyone else's healthcare and pensions? Doesn't make sense, does it? The governor is trying to preserve the public jobs by passing this bill. Without this bill, many public sector jobs will indeed be lost. Now, think about that a bit before your AWOL senators return to the Capitol and vote on this bill. I wish you all the best.